Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to the reading for January 9th through the 15th. Let's figure out how to best use the energy this week. You have the cards here of, these are so interesting. Look, you have the card of the Dragon Slayer here. It says, dragons slay them all. And here you have raindrops, take a chance on them. Both of these cards talk about how you've been hurt. Like something has hurt you, something has been difficult, but there's a need to be discerning about when you need to stand up for yourself and when you need to give someone an opportunity and let them back in. And so there's kind of this energy of figuring that out this week. It's going to be around some kind of communication that will allow for healing to come in. So you have an opportunity that is something that's been a little bit difficult, especially with Mercury having been in retrograde. And Mercury is still in retrograde until the 18th. And so communication may still be difficult, but I think totally worth it. So your overall energy is the energy of the lilies, which is about healing a situation. And so this is an opportunity here for you to understand that sometimes you have to stand and fight, and sometimes you can allow for this healing energy, this rain coming down, and this ability to shelter, be sheltered from the storm. And so understanding that some relationships need a little extra TLC this week. In the area of communication, we have this mountain. So information has been a problem. In the area of the mountain, we have the cross, the burden. And so the burden of this cross, though, is about accepting responsibility for your action. And sometimes that's hard. And it could be that the other person has difficulty accepting responsibility for their actions. And so sorting out what is just their inability to say the words in the way that you want to hear them, or do they really just not? Oh, wow, I'm not saying that, guys. Give me other words. Do they really not care? So not how they put it. It was pretty salty. So here's an opportunity for you to understand that some people are worth taking the time and putting the effort into, and sometimes it's about miscommunication, and other times they're really a jerk. You don't need that in your life. If they can't take responsibility for their actions, at the same time, you also have to remember to take responsibility for your actions. And how you transform a situation this week is the letter. So it's communication. It might be that it's easier to write it down. Sending an email, I really don't like text messaging for healing situations because they're so easy to misunderstand. At least with an email, you can really get into a lot of different words. Conversation, I feel, is always best, but sometimes it's hard to talk to somebody. You have the card of movement as the key to the situation. So there's an opportunity to really move toward this healing. But it requires you to take a chance on somebody. And I think you've been waiting around for somebody to step up, to say they're sorry, or for something to feel different. When we have this man of action just sitting there waiting in the area of what's draining your energy. So waiting for the right opportunity, either on your part or their part, has been a bit of a drag here of your energy. The way to take action this week, you have the maze. So this situation's complicated. And it's almost like you start down, you think things are moving in the right direction, and then you hit a brick wall, and you have to stop back up and try another way. I don't think there's a simple straight line solution to resolving this conflict. And it feels very personal, and it feels very emotional. So this is like with a close friend or a significant other or a child or a parent. This doesn't feel like work. This feels like something that really matters to your heart. And sorting out what the maze is, having the goal in mind. So if the goal is to have a better relationship with somebody, navigating the different terrain to try to get there. And with Mercury and Mars both in retrograde, Mars does station direct on the 12th this week and starts moving forward on the 13th. So that's Thursday and Friday. And when that's already happening, it's nice because there's a very supportive lunar trine. You have Venus in your sign now. She got there last week, and she's going to trine with Mars as he's starting to move direct. And so this is conversation, an opportunity to speak from the heart about what is of value to you in order to create something to work on. Friday has great energy for conversations with friends, and in fact it's a great bar night. But if you are looking for a time frame to like have a difficult conversation with someone, if you could wait until Friday or Saturday to do that, the energy really is supportive of it. I would say Friday is better than Saturday, because at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S., Venus squares off with Uranus, which rules your sign in Taurus, and that's difficult energy. So I think Friday would be better than Saturday to have a difficult conversation, but there's a big opportunity for healing in that conversation if you want to use that. In the area of resources here, you have the star card. So it kind of looks like a compass, but it has the astrological wheel on it. And so I feel like really understanding that this year, because it's got like the whole year and all the signs, and it's and we're every sign is us, as in, say you are an Aquarius rising, so that's your first house, so that would make your second house Pisces, your third house Aries, and so all of these different areas complete the whole of who you are. And so you're not just one sign. Your sun sign is only one part of you, and then I would argue it's not even the most important part of you. I think that your moon sign and your rising sign actually have more value in how you interact with the world than your sun sign. Your sun sign really holds the energy of the soul purpose in it. And so that's important, but it's not the only important. It's not the most important. That's why I always encourage you to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, because it really matters. In the area of the heart space, you have the moon. That is getting in touch with your feelings. That is also that you don't see everything. The moon means that there's shadow and there's light, and there's more shadow than light. So there's a lot more depth that needs to be delved into. When we have the star and the moon, those are the nighttime luminaries. And so there is an opportunity to see light in the dark, to see a way forward through this maze, right? But it's shadowy, and I feel like movement will be kind of slow. This is the most interesting ship because this is such an Aquarius kind of energy. It's a flying ship. So that's not a ship that's running on emotion, and yet there is this forward movement toward this moon, which is very much the energy of that full moon we just had in Cancer, which is the nurturing and the self-care and self-love. It's also sometimes hanging on to something for too long. And since it's in the heart space, it would be almost like, are you hanging on to anger and resentment? In the area of what to anchor into, we have the tree of life. So this is aligning your chakras. This is also aligning your action with your goal and your purpose, which is what the maze is also saying. And so I think identifying what it is you're really trying to get out of a conversation before you go into it. Are you looking to heal a situation? Are you looking to stand up for yourself because you feel like somebody needs to understand that they're not treating you right? Or is it an opportunity to say, hey, I think maybe communication was a little muddled. Can we try having that conversation again? And then kind of assessing it as it goes along. But remember, Mercury's still in retrograde. And I almost feel like, while there could be healing conversations this week, they need to be like a step. I don't think you can get the whole healing done. And it may also be that it's a change of heart that you have this week as opposed to actually taking the action toward it. And then maybe, you're talking to an unbiased third party to help you to get the information you need. So maybe you're kind of talking to a therapist or a friend or somebody that's listening, but not necessarily the other person involved, and be open to whatever perspective or ideas they're bringing in, and that you need a little more time because, again, communication is very muddled. If you are an Aquarius rising, Capricorn is your 12th house, and it is a house of major endings and completions. And when that moon is in in Virgo, on Tuesday and Wednesday and most of Thursday, as Mars is stationing direct, you have the card of the World. And so this says there's an opportunity for brilliant success and a completion of a cycle that's really great. So it's the freedom to go in any direction and journey that is now complete. And so that is very much this energy here, right? This is brilliant success if you forgot how to have a flying ship, right? But if you're on a flying ship, it can literally move in any direction. And having like the zodiac, this almost compass looking thing here as the area of resources and what to focus on this week, you could focus on anything and move in any direction that you choose to. You may have to find yourself shifting and changing directions in order to get to the goal when you have the maze. The moon in Libra, so fellow air sign, on Friday the 13th, but it actually has great energy, so don't let that freak you out. On Saturday, you have the dolphin. Perfect. The energy to anchor into during the weekend would definitely be that of what brings you joy and what brings you happiness. So this is community energy. This is having fun. And I'm telling you, Friday night is a great bar night. Great bar night. So if you want to go out and have some fun and connect with friends, I think you're going to find Friday night is a really good night for that. So you might want to call up your friends and plan ahead for that. And then the moon is going to be in Scorpio on Saturday. And I'm going to grab this one down here also because it flipped upright. And I love it. It's Uranus energy, which is a co-ruler of your sign. And honestly, Uranus is in Taurus, and we have Gaia, which is like the Taurus sign. So here you go. That's that Uranus and Taurus energy on Saturday, when Venus is squaring that in your sign of Aquarius. And so we have fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow, and the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shocking, and a total paradigm shift. Wow, you have an opportunity to really see something in a different way this week and really anchor your energy down in it. So allow yourself to be versatile and move into a new direction. This world card says success, right? And so I think you have a chance this week to really see something and move in a direction that's different. And so give yourself the opportunity to, yes, stand up for yourself where you need to, but also be aware that not everything is what it seems to be, and maybe there's another perspective, right? This is a paradigm shift. This is seeing something from a different point of view, which brings in this beautiful growth and abundance of Mother Gaia. Love it so much. What a great reading. All right, you guys have a great week. I just saw 1333, so all those threes, the energy of the Empress coming through for you this week. Thank you for supporting this channel with your comments and your thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. I'm on Facebook every day, and I put out videos for success that are coming out this week, and you're being an air sign, so yours will be out on Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. You guys take great care, and I'll talk to you soon.